Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. We are back with one of my favourite videos to do every single year. It is the Olivier's predictions video. Why is it my favourite? Because as time shows on and on, I don't really know nothing, and I still sit here and predict who I think is going to win. And when I say predict, sometimes I'm just like, right, this has had a lot of rave reviews, so this must win this. Otherwise it's, oh my god, I am in love with this show, it's my hyperfixation, so it's going to win whatever. That's kind of how my brainwaves went for the What's on Stage Awards predictions, which was a couple of months back, but that's okay. So let's get into it, because this is going to be a chunky video. It's one of my favourite to make, but it does take effort and I'm wittering on. So let's silence myself, hit the intro, get into it, and let's go. So as always with these videos, to help me try and be a bit snappy, it's not going to work. I will try and put the indent, frame, the picture if you will of the nominations in full, so I don't have to list everybody. Let's just get into it. Starting with, and I'm going in the order from What's on Stage, we're starting with the one which, I mean, it's a good one to start with. The MasterCard Best New Musical Award. I think if you know me and my channel and everything, you will know what I'm going to predict as the winner for this, and I just don't see an argument from anyone saying otherwise. This award just has to go to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I love it as a show. I'm killing for a full cast recording of this show. It has the EP, which has three songs, one of which isn't a full one. It's only a bit of a little life, and that kills me every day. But I'm hoping it will do what Why Am I So Single did, which is also on this list, but we may know my thoughts on that show. They're not all bad, but they're not fully good. But Why Am I So Single did start as an EP, and then they brought out the full thing. They did have to close first. We don't want a closure for Benjamin Button, we just want the cast album. But let's just say my winner and my hope, my dream, my prediction for this is Curious Case of Benjamin Button. For the long and short of it, that show has extended 4 times at this point. The last show that did that, I think this time last year, I could be getting this wrong, but the last new musical was Operation Mincemeat, and look what's happened to that show. Okay, we're moving on. We've next got the Blue Eye Theatre Technology Award for Best Set Design. Just looking through them. Nominations. I feel like, I say this, and I think I said this on What's on Stage, I feel like Spirited Away is gonna win that hands down. I haven't seen much of the Spirited Away set, etc. However, it's the same ilk as as My Neighbour Totoro, which won a lot of awards last year, and for that reason I feel like it's going to be a Spirited Away year this year. So that's my prediction, and we're going to move on. White Light Award for Best Lighting Design. The nominations, as always, will be somewhere, and again I feel like I am going to go Starlight. I feel like Did it win for lighting What's on the Stage? I can't remember right now. But having seen the show, the lighting is incredible. And yeah, I feel like it can't really have much competition. Looking at the other nominations, of which I haven't seen, Fiddler on the Roof was at the open air, so lighting, I don't know how that would work. Oliver at the Gielgud, at the end of the day, it is Oliver, so it can't be too bam, 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 bam. And the other one is Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, which is the same lighting designer. However, if you've been to the Troubadour Theatre Wembley, or however we call that in its complete name, there is stars, there is lasers, there is everything. It's gotta go to Starlight, surely. Next up in the on stage list is opera. Let's get through these next two super fast because I don't know nothing. For the name and the name alone, we're going to go for for the best new opera production, Duke maybe not this one. Duke of Bluebeard's Castle by English National Opera at the Coliseum. Nearly didn't give it its nomination because I could not say that for toffee. However, it's just fun to say if you can get it out. So that's that one. Outstanding achievement in opera, I'm going for his direction of Lear, should I say, at the Barbican. I hope I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Jung Young Do. We're not. We're moving on because I have embarrassed myself enough with my predictions / pronunciation. Best family show. I don't know a lot about any of them, but for the fact that I'm going there soon, I'm going to go for Rough Magic at the Shakespeare Globe. Yeah, I'm going there soon. Look out for that video. Moving on again. Best new production in affiliate theatre. For the reason that I recently saw someone talk about production of it. I don't know if it's the same production, if it's a different production. I'm going Animal Farm. I know nothing about any of them, so let's just leave it at that. Oh no, I've just seen what comes next. We're trying to steam through these. Best new dance production. I'm going for Frontiers Choreographers, or Choreographers should I say, of Canada, which it was at the which was by the National Ballet of Canada at Sadler's Wells. Why? Because last year I went to Canada. Go me. That actually really hurt me. Let's never kick again. Outstanding achievement in dance. Clearly not going to be me on that performance, but I'm going for Sarah Chun for her performance in 3 short ballets. I know no dance. Moving on. Best actor in a supporting role is up next, and I still can't help you because I haven't seen any of the shows. I have, however, seen one person who's been nominated out of this list. I haven't actually heard anything of any of these, apart from the one that I'm going to give my nomination to, which is it George or Jorge, or we're going to go for George Bosch for Kyoto at Soho Place, because I've heard of Kyoto, and the fact that I've heard of it, although I have heard obviously in life of Waiting for Godot, I've heard of Kyoto recently, so that's why I'm going for that one. Okay. Next we get on to one that I actually have some knowledge on, and it is Best Actress in a Supporting Role. I mean, do I need to explain why I think Sharon D. Clarke should win this award. No, I do not. She was amazing in her role as the aunt whose name has just left my head in The Importance of Being Earnest. But if Sharon D. Clarke does not win for that performance, there shall be a riot right here. I mean, I'm going to probably keep up to date with all of the comings and goings of this awards ceremony from probably the sofa, on Twitter, or X as it's called now, in my pyjamas, because I'll be at work next day and I don't live in London. But the riot shall be had if Sharon D. Clarke does not win. Thank you very much. Moving on, we next have the Gillian Lynne Award for Best Theatre Choreographer. I'm now really intrigued to go and see Oliver because of Matthew Bourne being attached to it. I did not know that, probably should have. But for the fact it is MJ the Musical and Michael Jackson had some very strong dance elements in his work, and I'm assuming they've been translated into the musical, I'm going to go for Christopher Wheeldon for MJ the Musical at the Prince Edward. I have not seen that show. I have not seen any of the shows on this list, but that is my prediction. I'm going well. I feel like some of them have been quite snappy. Next up we have Best Costume Design. As always, nominations around my face somewhere. I feel like this one could throw the cat amongst the pigeons, if you will, because within it has Spirited Away, which is the whole Ghibli-esque crazy costumes. I feel like My Neighbour Totoro won the costumes last year, or was at least nominated, and from what I've seen, insane. You have Panto, which is Robin Hood, which is Hugh Durant, and it is Palladium Panto, so of course it's a big space, big costumes. But you also have Gabriella Slade for Starlight, which, as I said in the last nominations, which was the What's on Stage ones, at the end of the day you are turning a human into a train, and some of the costumes, now I have seen this show because I hadn't seen Starlight when I did What's on Stage Awards, some of them are insane. For example, AC/DC, Electra's outfit, and actually the components outfits, when the things come out the back, was not expecting that at all. I feel like I should have said more than just the things, but if you haven't seen the show yet, you don't want to be completely ruined. Something does appear out of Electra and the components, which does sound dodgy, but I was not expecting it. Plus, just like, I am in love with Dinah's costume, I am in love with Pearl's costume. I just love them, and the people in them. I'm very gutted that half of the cast is leaving. But for the same reason I think I said this for What's on Stage, surely Gabriella Slade's going to win it for Starlight. But there is tough competition in this prediction. That was quite a chatty one. Moving on to Best Sound Design. I'm back to not knowing anything. I am going to go, you know what, I've already said it. Spirited Away, I feel like, is going to win quite a few awards, and this is going to be another one that they win. Going off previous knowledge, previous experience, and hype, we're going Spirited Away. I feel like I'm going well speed-wise. Feel free to say you've done this far too fast. Nobody will, but now we get to talk about outstanding musical contribution, and I think we all know where my prediction slash hope is going for this, because it is another curious case of Benjamin Button moment. Right, can I just talk about Benjamin Button for a minute? I previously said in this video about how some of my predictions can be shifted by having like a hyperfixation love for a show. Benjamin Button is one of those shows for me that, although I've only seen it twice, it is deeply rooted in my soul and being, and so therefore I feel like it should win every single award it's put up for, and it should have been put up for more. I don't know what else it could have been put up for, but they should just give them all the awards and never leave the Ambassadors Theatre, and that is for why I feel like it should win this award. Thank you very much. Next we have Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. I don't know where this is going. I feel like I should have seen Fiddler on the Roof at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre to see why it's won so many nominations. I feel like it's going to the Barbican over the summer or at some point this year, and it's not a show I know well, so maybe I'll go and try and find a ticket. But for some reason Amy de Bartolomeo, probably not how you say her name, but I did it phonetically and I am truly sorry, I just think that she's going to win for The Devil Wears Prada. Don't know why, it's in my gut, and sometimes you have to trust your gut. Next we move on to the one that I probably know the best about. Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical. Why did I say what I just said? Well, I have seen 3, I repeat 3 out of the 4 nominations. Thank you. But knowing that I know a little bit about this one, it makes it difficult, because I loved Andy Nyman in Hello Dolly. It introduced me to a person that I knew of but didn't really know in a musical world, not personally. Leighton in Titanic is iconic and slightly unexpected, but I would quite like Tom Zander to win for Mean Girls. Why? Because number one, his performance in that show is one of the best in the show. I love his Damien so much. And 2, I don't know how I didn't realise this until recently, like 2 weeks ago recently, Tom is from Wolverhampton. I did not know this. I did not know that Tom is a yam yam in a way. And therefore for Wolverhampton Pride, come on Tom Zander. Moving on next to Best New Entertainment or Comedy Play. I would love it to be Titanic. It's the only one I've seen out of this list. I feel like I said, it's going to go to Spirited Away. Anything it's nominated for I feel is going to win, which will probably mean that next year we'll have Spirited Away in London, just like we've got My Neighbour Totoro in London at the moment. But Titanic is just fun, and sometimes you just need that fun show in the world. We've got Best New, nope, not new, Best Director, and again I've seen none of the above. I am going to go for Jordan Fine for Fiddler on the Roof, because like I said, I haven't seen this production, but it has got a heck of a lot of awards, so it's gonna win something, I would assume. Yeah, so knowing nothing, that is my prediction. We've got Best Actress. I again know nothing about any of them. I'm so sorry. Why do people watch these videos? Why do I make them? We don't know. Why am I going with like Mira Sayel? Why? Because again, I don't know. She's calling my name. We're going for it. It's my prediction. Mira Sayel for a Tupperware of Ashes at the National Theatre Dorfman. I don't know nothing, and so let's just go with the gut. Best Actor. Again, nominations. I haven't been saying it, but I assume I'm actually putting the graphic over my face. We're going, again, gut. Gut is saying Mark Strong for Oedipus. I don't know, but gut is saying that, and gut is going to get there. That is going to be my prediction. Okay, there we go. Best Revival, we have got one I have seen. It is one of my favourite plays I've seen in a while. I have recently talked about it in a video which I think made it into fruition. I feel like I edited and uploaded it. If I didn't, then maybe we'll try and make that video again, but I talked about plays that melted my musical heart and made me appreciate plays. On the list was The Importance of Being Earnest. It's some of the most fun that I've had seeing a play, and the cast was insane, so it's gonna win. Okay, we have got Best Musical Revival, of which I've seen 2 on the list. I feel really, I don't know about this one, because Hello Dolly was amazing. Loved it as a show. It was so fun. It was everything I wanted from like a classic musical. Starlight Express, which I have also seen, is again fun, but it is a different kettle of fish to the likes of Hello Dolly or Oliver, or to a certain extent I assume Fiddler on the Roof. Personal preference, out of the 2 that I saw, the one I enjoyed most was Hello Dolly. It was the one that surprised me the most, and for that reason I'm going to give my prediction to that. But I don't know. I haven't seen the Oliver, the Gielgud yet. I haven't seen Oliver in a production for years. And maybe it is the best thing since sliced bread. But having not seen it, I can't put my belief that it's going to win out there because I haven't seen it. I will try and watch it soon. But I'm going Hello Dolly because I just really enjoyed it and think it should win. At the end of the day, I don't make these predictions seriously. So let's just move on to something I know a bit about because I've seen one of them. But the list here is very, very strong of actors that I like. We have Best Actor in a Musical. For a change of battery, we are back for Best Actor in a Musical. This one is tricky for me because of 2 reasons. Because number 1, I've only seen one of the shows, but number 2, there is a heck of a lot of actors in this list who I really admire and really love. I feel like we're not going to be shocked, however, when I hope and pray that John Dalglish for Curious Case of Benjamin Button wins this award. I love John in this role. I've seen him twice. Both times I've seen the show he was on as Benjamin, and from the moment that he is revealed as the old man, I'm like, oh, I just love old man Benjamin Button. Just love him so much. It's like, I thought I came out with a hat. Oh, here it is. I just love him. But like I said, I love and admire quite a lot of the list, so I'd be happy with any win, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Benjamin Button. Moving on, we have Best Actress in a Musical. I've seen 3. I love when I've seen things off the list. I'm like, I have some knowledge, but it does make it tricky because at the same time I then have to decide who I like the best out of the 3 that I saw, or if I want to give it to someone completely different, because why not? It might be that one of the 2 performances that I saw could have been better than everything I saw. We all see, my problem with this one, I love Claire Foster in Benjamin Button so much, for no other reason. Like, if we could just give Claire the Olivier for her sheep, which will mean nothing if you haven't seen Benjamin Button, but I feel like for that alone, Olivier winning a performance, but at the same time Imelda Staunton as Dolly in Hello Dolly was something special, and Lauren Drew as Celine Dion, they're completely different from each other as well. Obviously Benjamin Button relatively serious, Imelda Staunton as Hello Dolly kind of serious but also really just like genius, and Lauren Drew as Celine Dion batshit crazy. I'm going to go Claire Foster because, as I think I've said in this video, it's been a long record, but as I think I've said, I'm just going to hope that every time the Curate's Case of Benjamin Button is nominated, they win. But I would be happy for anyone on this category to win, and I feel like that is the same with Best Actor in a Musical. Finally, the last on the list on What's on Stage, and if I've missed anyone out and any award out, I'm going to blame What's on Stage, but they are normally like they're usually quite trustworthy. Let's change the word. We have Best New Play. We're back to something I don't truly know, but as I previously said, I have heard a little bit about Kyoto, and for the fact that I've heard about it, that is where my prediction is going to go. But it truly could go to anybody. I feel like Giant is quite up there because it has had a few nominations in other categories, but I don't know anything about any of them, so I'm going to take it down to either Giant or Kyoto. But I think Kyoto is going to win. I'm probably butchering its name. So before I put myself into any more let's finish this video and say thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to everyone who was nominated. Many congratulations to anybody who wins. Hopefully, as long as I edit this in time, this will go up on the day that the Oliviers happen, because that is usually what I do for these awards predictions videos. But yes, I'm going to leave you here, so thank you very much for watching and I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, hopefully this leads to more trips to the theatre to see some more of the shows that have got these nominations. But anyway, all that's left to say is the usual, and that is so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen and goodbye. Bye everyone.